Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children. I am happy to welcome you all for our online teaching academy, Ekalaiva. For the class 12, subject Biobotany, chapter 4, Principles and Process of Biotechnology. Children, we are discussing the 4th chapter, Biotechnology. In the previous class, we discussed the introduction part, clear? And then the fermentation, the fermentor, etc. Now, we are going to see the application of fermentation in industries. Fermentation has industrial applications such as, the first one is microbial biomass production. Microbial cells, that is called biomass, like algae, bacteria, yeast, fungi are grown and dried and as used as a complete protein called single cell protein. In short, it is called as SCP, single cell protein. It is a protein rich nutrient. Okay, so complete protein called single cell protein, SCP, which serves as human food as well as or animal feed. Second one is microbial metabolites. The microbes produce compounds that are very useful to man and animals. These compounds are called metabolites. So microbes produce some compounds. That compounds are called as metabolites, can be grouped into two categories. One is primary metabolites and another one is secondary metabolites. So what is primary metabolites? Metabolites produced for the maintenance of life process. If any compound which is produced for the maintenance of life process, they are comes under primary metabolites. Okay, example ethanol, citric acid, lactic acid, acetic acid, etc. The next one is secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites are those which are not required for the vital life process of microbes, okay, but have value added nature. Example amphotericin B and then penicillin, etc. Then third one, microbial enzymes. When microbes are cultured in a growth medium or culture medium, they secrete some enzymes into the growth media. Usually microbes are cultured in a culture medium. This is culture medium. Microbes has to be Microbes means, for example, bacteria. Bacteria usually cultured in a culture medium. That medium contains all the essential nutrients for the organisms to grow. Okay, so usually microbes are cultured in the culture medium. They secrete some enzymes in the culture media itself. These enzymes are industrially used in detergents, food processing, weaving and pharmaceutical in companies. Example, protease. Protease is an example for enzyme ASE, protease, amylase, isomerase and lipase. All these are the enzymes obtained when the microbes are cultured in a culture medium. Okay. Next, bioconservation, then biotransformation or modification of the substrate. Bioconversion or conservation, bioconversion, biotransformation. Fermenting microbes has the capacity to produce valuable products. Example, conversion of ethanol to acetic acid, isopropanol to acetone, sorbitol to sorbose, sterols and steroids. The next one is SCP. It is a very important question, single cell protein. As I said, it is a protein rich nutrient which is used as a food for human beings and also for animals, feed for animals. So single cell proteins are dried cells of microorganisms that are used as protein supplement in human foods or animal feeds. SCP, single cell protein, offers an unconventional but true solution to protein deficiency faced by entire humanity. So it is a protein rich compound. Okay, although single cell protein SCP has high nutritive value, there are doubt on whether it could replace conventional protein sources due to high nucleic acid content and slow in digestion property. Microorganisms used for the production of SCP are bacteria, fungi and algae. In bacteria, example is Methylophilus, Methylotropus, Cellulomonas, algaligens. In fungi, Agaricus campestris and then Saccharomyces cerevisiae. In algae, Spirulina, Chlorella and Chlamydomonas. These are all the organisms, microorganisms used for the production of single cell protein. It is very important. It is frequently asking in 1 mark question. Children, please listen very carefully. Bacteria example, Methylophilus, Methylotropus and then Cellulomonas, algaligens. In fungi, Agaricus campestris, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. In algae, Spirulina, Chlorella and Chlamydomonas. So these are all the microorganisms very essential for the production of SCP. Among this microorganisms, Spirulina is very important. Spirulina can be grown easily on materials like waste water from potato processing plant or straw or molasses and in animal manure and can serve as a food rich in protein materials, fats, carbohydrates and vitamins. Such utilization also reduces environmental pollution. 250 gram of Methylophilus Methylotropus, as its high rate of biomass production and growth, can be expected to produce 25 tons of protein. Applications of SCP, single cell protein. It is used as protein supplement because it is rich in protein. Okay. It is used in cosmetics for healthy hair and skin. It is used in the poultry as excellent source of proteins and other nutrients. It is widely used for feeding cattle, birds, fishes, etc. It is used in food industry as aroma carrier, vitamin carrier, emulsifying agent to improve the nutritive value of baked products in soups, in ready to serve meals and in diet recipes. The next one is advancement in biotechnology. The modern biotechnology embraces all the genetic manipulations, protoplasmic fusion and the improvement made in the old biotechnological processes. Some of the major advancement in the modern biotechnology are, first one is very important, genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is also called as gene cloning. Okay. So genetic engineering or rDNA technology. rDNA means recombinant DNA technology is a collective term that includes different experimental protocols or procedures resulting in the modification and transfer of DNA from one organism to another. So what is genetic engineering? It is a technology. It is a collective process that includes different experimental procedures, different experimental protocols resulting in the modification and transfer of DNA, very important, modification and transfer of DNA from one organism or one cell to another. Okay. So conventional recombination includes exchange or recombination of genes between homologous chromosomes during meiosis. Recombination carried out artificially using modern technology is called rDNA technology. Very important line. So recombination carried out in the modern technology, carried out artificially using modern technology, that is called rDNA technology, recombinant DNA technology. It is also called as gene manipulation technique. This technique involves the transfer of DNA, very important, transfer of DNA from donor to recipient, from one organism to another organism, clear? So, this technique involves transfer of DNA coding for a specific gene from one organism into another organism using specific agents like vectors or using instruments like electroporation or gene gun, liposome mediated or chemical mediated transfer and micro injection. These are all the sources to transfer the DNA from the cell, one cell to another, from the donor organism to the recipient organism. Okay, that is called transfer of DNA. This technique involves the transfer of DNA coding for specific gene from one organism to another organism using specific agents like vectors or using some instruments like electroporation, gene gun, liposome mediated and chemical mediated, etc. Then steps involved in recombination, recombinant DNA technology, in short it is called as rDNA technology. What is the main steps? The steps involved in rDNA technology are, first one, very important one, isolation of DNA fragments. What is the meaning of isolation? Just take that, separate the DNA fragment. So, isolation of DNA fragment containing gene of interest that needs to be cloned. This is called insert. So, initially we have to isolate the DNA fragment containing a gene of interest. Which gene we have the interest? So, we have to separate, we have to take that gene from that particular cell. So, isolation of DNA fragment containing gene of interest that needs to be cloned, that particular gene should be cloned, that is called insert. And then generation of for rDNA, generation of means what? Formation of rDNA molecule by insertion of DNA fragment into a carrier molecule. Usually carrier molecule is nothing but vector. What vector we are using? Plasmid. So, plasmid is a vector, it is a transporting medium. Okay. So, generation of rDNA molecule by insertion of DNA fragment into a carrier molecule called vector that can be self-replicate within the host cell. So, plasmid is usually used as a vector. Plasmid is nothing but a double stranded self-replicating DNA. Okay, extra chromosomal double stranded self-replicating DNA. That particular plasmid is usually used as a vector. So, we have to join the isolated DNA fragment to the vector. Then we are getting the recombinant DNA, that is called recombinant plasmid or recombinant DNA. See here, this is the DNA fragment. It is isolated from some other cell that particular contains a gene of interest. It is also called as insert. So, this is a DNA fragment, this is a vector. Usually what vector we are using? Plasmid. Okay, plasmid vector. Vector is nothing but transporting material. So, initially isolate the DNA fragment and we have to cut the DNA fragment into small pieces with the help of restriction endonuclease enzyme. The same enzyme also used for the cutting of plasmid vectors. So, this restriction endonuclease enzyme cut the DNA fragments into small fragments. Okay. Now, joining of this DNA fragment to the vector, finally we are getting the recombinant DNA. The recombinant DNA contain the gene of interest, the DNA fragment as well as the host DNA. Host DNA is nothing but the plasmid DNA. Okay. So, it is a combination of a DNA fragment and the vector, that is called recombinant DNA. Okay. Then selection of the transferred host cell, that is carrying the rDNA and allowing them to multiply. Then once the rDNA is formed, recombinant DNA is formed, it allowed to multiply. It has to injected or it has to send to the host cell. So selection of the transformed host cell that is carrying rDNA is allowing them to multiply, thereby multiplication of rDNA molecule takes place. The entire process thus generates either a large amount of rDNA or a large amount of protein expressed by the insert. Wherever vectors are not involved, if there is no vector, means the desired gene is multiplied by PCR technique. The multiple copies are injected into the host cell or host protoplasm, or it is shot into the host cell, host protoplasm by shoot gun method. Okay. So if there is no vector, means the multiple copies are injected, small fragments are injected into the host cell protoplasm, or it is shoot into host cell protoplasm or protoplast by shoot gun method. See the picture here. This is the bacterial cell. Bacteria contain bacterial chromosome as well as the plasmid. Plasmid is nothing but extra chromosomal self-replicating double-stranded DNA. It acts as a vector, and this is initially isolation of plasmid DNA and DNA containing gene of interest. So this is the desired DNA. So we have to take the DNA and we have to cut the DNA fragments with the help of restriction endonuclease enzyme, and then joining of the plasmid with the gene of interest. Now we are getting the recombinant DNA or DNA. See here, isolation of plasmid here takes place, and then separation or isolation of DNA fragments, joining of plasmid with DNA. We are getting a plasmid containing gene of interest. See here, the gene inserted into the plasmid here. Here plasmid here, and this is a gene here. Now the gene is inserted into the plasmid. Now we are getting the rDNA or recombinant DNA. This plasmid put into the bacterial cell. The next step is this rDNA, recombinant DNA, is inserted into the bacterial cell. This is called a bacterial cell. Initially, we have to separate the plasmid, and we have to separate the gene of interest, cut the plasmid with the help of restriction enzyme, and we have to separate the DNA fragments and joining of gene into the plasmid. Now we are getting rDNA, recombinant DNA. So then insert the plasmid into the recombinant plasmid into the bacterial cell. This is a recombinant bacterium. Now cells cloned with gene of interest. The cells are cloning, then identification of desired clone, then copies of genes takes place, and with the help of this we have various applications. Gene used to alter bacteria for cleaning up toxic waste, and then basic research on gene. So with the help of this we have it is used in various process in the biotechnology. Okay, gene for pest resistant inserted in the plasmid, genes which is used for various applications. So this is the steps involved in rDNA technology. Thank you children, we will see you in the next class.